Welcome back to the Simply Awakened ones. In today's video, we shall be having a love pick a card reading for our fellow air signs, Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius equally. We'll be going over 3 questions, which will consist of, is it meant to be? Should I let that person go? And in turn, are we going to get back together? Without further ado, let us dive in. Alrighty, and before we begin, I would just like to make it known that I will leave timestamps in the description for those of you who would like to skip to the next question or the next question after that, which will in turn follow up with, is this person worth letting go? And in turn, are we going to get back together? The first question we will be starting off with today is it meant to be? Without further ado, let's jump right in. Right off the bat, we do have some very interesting cards. We have a Six of Pentacles and a King of Wands with a Knight of Wands right to the right. And then we have the Deception and Getting to Know Each Other card. This energy overall seems to be depicting that in turn, so long as you are honest and so long as you are upfront with each other, so long as you are clear with your intentions and that you make each other well known that your intentions are genuine and that you genuinely want to be with the person, or if you have certain feelings for the person or you want to be with the person for a very long time or a short amount of time, if there are no feelings there at all, honesty is the key with this particular situation. If you do want to establish something with this particular significant other, your intentions need to be genuine and they need to be known. There can't be any room for any sort of deception. Please keep your eye out for any deception, period. There may be something that you may not be seeing right away in this particular situation. Perhaps the person is hiding feelings of whether or not they may want to be with you, or hiding feelings of them just simply not wanting to be with you at all. Simply them having feelings of just saying, hey, I may not necessarily want to be with you, but I'd rather us just be friends. But they, still will give you signals as if they do necessarily have feelings for you and do like you. There seems to be room for a lot of just overall friendly energy. You may be on one end of you trying to establish some sort of relationship with this particular person, and then the other party may be, like, hey, I'd rather us just be friends. I don't want us to, have this friendship ruined or whatever the case may be. Don't be afraid to allow the friendship to continue rather than, not necessarily establish a connection with the person right away. Also, if you two aren't in a position where you know each other well, it would be wise for you to take time to get to know each other better. For in turn, you don't want to necessarily rush into a relationship if it's just a complete stranger. But then again, if it is meant to be, it is meant to be. Our guardian angels are sending in soulmates left and right to teach us things and help us in ways that are meant to be and meant to happen. So if it is meant to happen, it will happen. Trust that everything will in turn work out in your favor. Okay, and for our next question up is going to be, should I in turn let this person go? Alrighty, and for our next question up, which is going to be, should I let this person go? Alrighty. We do have a couple of strange cards here. We do have a Ten of Wands right here along with the Chariot, and then the Fool card right here, along with a Codependency card and a Healing Family Issues card. From the energy we have here, it seems as though that there may be a lot of just conflicting issues within your situation coming from all types of angles. There may be one person in the relationship that may in turn not have the best habits or the best intentions at heart. There may be one individual in the relationship that just carries a lot of burdens, that carries a lot of the weight in the relationship, and in turn just simply feels as though they're taking on the world when it comes to the relationship, and it feels as though the relationship is kind of unbalanced in a way. There may in turn be a lot of family issues as well on the side on top of all that. So it may be bundled up into one big mixture. But this is where you, knowing where your feelings lie, knowing where you stand and what you truly want comes into play. You do have to take a minute to kind of step back, catch your breath, and think about what it is that you really want. Where do you stand in your life right now? Where is it that you in turn want to be in the near future? Do you truly want to be with this person? Do you feel as though this is what you deserve, this is what you want, and what is actually right for you? Or should you move on? Should you let this person go? At this moment in time, it seems as though that you are going to have to take a step back and realize what your self-worth actually is and what it is that you truly deserve. It may be a little bit of a wake-up call for you to say, hey, you know what? This isn't worth it. This isn't for me. This isn't what I deserve. I deserve better, and in turn, I'm out. I deserve better than this. I should be focusing on me and focusing on my self-worth and what I truly deserve, instead of sitting here putting up with this and putting up with you, and so on and so forth. The situation may call for you to have to simply abandon the relationship, kind of set sail, say, you know what, it's been nice knowing you, but I have to do me. I have to focus on myself and simply just be that fool. I have to just, do what I have to do for the betterment of myself and for my well-being, no matter how much you feel for the person. At the end of the day, when it comes to a relationship, your well-being comes first. If you put everything aside for the other person, including your own emotional and mental state, the relationship becomes toxic and unhealthy. That isn't a genuine relationship right there, and it isn't truly meant to be if that's the case. It's just a toxic tug of war, back and forth emotionally. You have to look out for and take care of yourself above all else. Love yourself, take care of yourself, and know what is truly best for you yourself. And know that no matter what, your guardian angels have your back. Your guardian angels have your best interest at heart and know what is best for you. It will bring what is best for you your way. You have their full support, as they are always with you and always have your back. Okay, and for our last question we have, shall we be getting back together? Alrighty, let us begin. Alrighty. It seems as though that we do have a lot of conflicting back and forth kind of energy here. We have a Five of Pentacles, which can be a very kind of, I need to step back, I need to do my own kind of thing for a little bit kind of energy. But we also have the Sun card right next to it, as well as a Nine of Wands right here. We do have an engagement card as well as healing family issues once again. In turn, there seems to be a lot of just having to step back, having to kind of catch your breath, or the other party may feel as though they need to step back and kind of catch their breath, need to kind of ground themselves, try to reconnect with themselves for a little bit, since they feel as though they may not be in the best position or mindset in the relationship at the current moment in time. But trust that in turn, everything will in turn be okay. It may be a burden to you or maybe a burden to the other person in the meantime, but you have to do what is best for yourself in the moment. If the relationship is divine and is meant to happen, it will happen. It will happen in a timely fashion, whenever it is ready. As we all know, divine timing exists for a reason. But at the same time, you have to make sure that whatever healing processes that you need to go through, that you go through. And you follow them through at the end of the day. You can't love somebody else if you don't love yourself above all. Love yourself first, take care of yourself, and make sure that you taking care of yourself is your first priority. A relationship will in turn engage and will in turn happen and occur at full force when it is meant to. But in the meantime, if one of you needs to take a step back and needs to just kind of, clear their head, get themselves together, try to revisit the relationship in a matter of time, whether that be in a matter of days, weeks, months, whatever the case may be, whatever circumstances lie, whatever is needed. Just in turn, Do not try to force and try to control the situation to happen. If it is meant to happen, it will happen on its own and it will develop on its own. You have to make sure that the relationship is genuine and that it falls into place on its own. Otherwise, if you try to control or try to, say, force the relationship into play, it may end up backfiring on you and ending sooner than you would like for it to. If the relationship comes from a divine place in your heart, then it will, in turn, follow up on its own. It will develop on its own in a quicker fashion than you might think. It may pick up rather quickly. But make sure that you, in turn, take care of yourself, and you, in turn, make sure that you yourself are in a better state of mind and in a better emotional state than you were before, prior to your breakup, if there was one at the moment. And if there wasn't, and this happens to be somebody that you maybe, say, broke up with a matter of years ago, or somebody that you may not have seen or been with in a very long time, same thing goes. If it is meant to happen, it will happen. But make sure that you go through whatever healing processes that you need to do, whether they be personal and internal, having to do with your family or having to do with fellow exes in the past, which this seems to have a lot of family-oriented energy here. Make sure that that healing takes place and that that healing, in turn, is overcome. That you overcome it first before going through another relationship. As there are things to learn and things to take from that for you to move on and move with in order for you to move on to your next relationship. There are things that you need to take with you into that next relationship in turn. Trust that your guardian angels, in turn, have your best interest at heart and they are trying to help you and guide you every step of the way to bring you closer to that divine true love that you, in turn, deserve above all else. Everything will, in turn, be okay. Love yourself, take care of yourself, and everything will be okay. If you guys enjoyed the video and enjoyed the reading for today, please leave a like and subscribe, and that will be all for today's video. I hope you all have a love and light fulfilled day, and all have a blessed day as well. A blessed day to you all.